Alright, what is going on, my dudes? So we are back here today, adjusting the camera with another little bit of pre-buff Mole Man war gameplay. We're going to take this guy up against 3 mini-bosses, man. So up first, we're on the mini-boss, in the middle on the left. So I love Mole Man here because Mole Man is 100% resistant to shock, okay? And this one has EMP modification, so it doesn't matter how many buffs we trigger, right? We're never going to get shocked. So that's really, really awesome, man. So one thing here is that I keep wanting to punish Hitmonkey special 1. Unfortunately, I took a big special attack to the face there. I'll tell you one thing, man. I did not play well in this war at all, but I think that's going to really illustrate how tanky Mole Man can be, especially when you're just hardly trying and really just messing around. Like this entire, in the off-season, we really relaxed in the off-season, man. I was playing these wars on my couch, just hanging out, like really not, hardly paying attention, man. But at this point, he's just rolling right through this Hitmonkey, who typically, tends to be a decently tough defender, man. We lost like 25% health from that one special 1 to the face. If that didn't happen, we'd only be down to like 95% health. We don't have to worry about knocking Hitmonkey down at all. We're just look at this, man. Look at this. We're just rolling right through this guy, going into frenzy, and boom, that's gonna be it. Very, very quick and easy kill there with what's his face, with Mole Man. So up next, we have some more footage here there we go. We have some more footage here of Mole Man coming up, but up first, we actually brought in our rank 4 Guardian here against this Sentinel, so I figured I might as well show off some rank 4 Guardian gameplay. Why not, right? So I actually had really high hopes for Guardian. The reason why I wanted to test this, well, first of all, Guardian has a very nice synergy with Mole Man, right? So basically, I'm taking 2 evaders up next. I'm taking rank 3 MODOK and Spider-Gwen on the right side of Mini-Boss Island, and Guardian's really, 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 really good for that for a couple of reasons. Number one, he gives block proficiency to Mole Man in general, but also another really awesome thing about it is that you can stay under the 5 monster mass, right? And have that true strike the entire fight and not have to worry about rebuilding monster mass because what happens is you take it on the block, you go unstoppable, and then the monster mass does not get consumed like it usually does. So it's a really, really, really awesome synergy for Mole Man when you really only want his true accuracy there. So really, 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 really great to have Guardian with you when you're in that situation. But anyway, what I wanted to do here is I wanted to build up to a big special 2 and see if that got around the protect, right? So we're about to go in here for a huge special 2, and then this happened. And apparently all that passive damage does count towards the protection, so that's a little annoying. And now we have to intercept twice, man, which is just frustrating. Which, I mean, it's fine. I'm not scared of intercepting or anything, but it's just like, I really thought that was going to be a really cool way to go about protect. So I guess I'm probably going to be leaving Guardian at rank 4, I think, for now, man. Doesn't seem to be too useful for me going forward right now. But anyway, man, point is, even without the big special 2 damage, though, Guardian is pretty good for this global because you're not going to be triggering Protect on his special 1 or on any of his basic attacks either. So you just got to really stay away from that special 2, though, which is unfortunate. But, it was cool using Guardian, man. I haven't used this guy too much, and he's very fun to play. He has some pretty cool animations. Unfortunately, you can't really go for the big damage like you want to with him, but it's not the end of the world, man. He still gets through the fight, which I guess is the most important thing, right? But as you can see, man, it starts to get slow. It starts to get slow and you can't get off that big special 2. But we were never really in fear of losing this fight here, which I guess is the important thing. And I think it's also important to note that this guy is still only rank 4, right? So that's definitely important to point out. But up next, man, we got 2 more mini-bosses here with Mole Man, all right? We have that MODOK on the right, and we have Spider-Gwen on the right as well. And both of them, I believe, are rank 3. So definitely, I'm excited to show these off. And I'll tell you right now, I didn't play too perfectly in these fights either. I just really wanted to, I think Steve just tagged me in the battle group chat, and he was like, hey, go show off the mole against the mini-bosses. And I was like, okay. So yeah, same thing here, man. This is stunning reflection, right? So you can't stun this guy ever. So usually what makes this MODOK really hard here is because, you can't stun him. right? And also there's polka dot power. So what's up with polka dot power is that you only gain power when there's a damage over time debuff on the opponent. And every time there's a MODOK here, and people in the officer chat are like, hey, who should we use for this? Should we do Nick Fury? Should we use Falcon? And I'm always like, man, big special one to the face, by the way, just lost an easy 20% health. I'm always like, man, if only there was a champion who had all of his damage in damage over time, who benefited from the attack levels, and who also had True Strike. If only that champion existed. And everyone's like, nobody else has Mole Man ranked up, Mike. And I'm like, all right, well, rank him up. So I'm definitely excited to bring this guy in here and just show how dominant this dude can be, even before his buff, man. I think this is very, very important to note that this is before Mole Man gets a buff in a couple days for sure, you know? So that's really, really cool. As you can see, he's really shredding through this guy. You know, remember, I went into this fight here with 75% health. We've used 2 special attacks, and we ate an entire special 1 to the face, right? So we've definitely taken a lot of... we've hardly taken any, like, important damage, right? And important damage would be like, you know, all that block damage where it actually matters. Obviously, in the actual season, you'd be boosted and you'd be healing to full before you go into the fight. So if you went into this fight with a Mole Man, you'd probably leave it at about like 70% health, give or take, probably more, 75% health, which is actually really, really good, especially for this fight. You know, we typically send Nick Fury there, and it's always, you know, a little dodgy for sure. But yeah, man, Mole Man's just doing really, really good. So we have one more mini boss fight, and you know, it's the off season, so I'm not going to be healing or boosting in the off season, obviously, but we're going to be going in against this Spider-Gwen here with 25% health. Now, this is a rank 3 Spider-Gwen as well, and what makes Spider-Gwen hard here is, you know, spry, limber, right? So, pretty much, you know, she's going to be evading all the time, right? But not when we're using Mole Man, so that's where this Guardian synergy comes in. So basically, what we want to do against this Spider-Gwen here is just, like, you know, kill her without having to parry or anything. Please keep in mind that we started this fight at 25% health, and now we're down to 10% health because we ate a special attack for the 3rd Mole Man fight in a row. So we pretty much have 10% of our max health to work with against the Spider-Gwen. But my favorite thing about Mole Man is just the True Strike that he has is so easily accessible and so fantastic, man. You can see the evade failed, evade failed. She will never evade when you're under 10 monster mass. It is incredible, man. You don't have to parry. You don't have to worry about any of that. And you can see his crits, even when he's not in frenzy, are pretty good. And those crits are going to be putting a bleed on the opponent. And who knows what that's going to look like after the buff, right? So, you know, typically we send like a Nick Fury with the white Magneto synergy here, but you know, Mole Man can pretty much do it on his own. He definitely does not need Guardian for this, right? But he definitely makes it easier for sure. You'll notice that I'm hardly even taking blocked hits just because of how low my health is, right? I'm just pretty much baiting out the special 1 and then going in and punishing her. It's really, really nice to not have to worry about stubborn anymore. So I feel like that wasn't really in my mind when I was fighting MODOK. If it was, I would have, like, you know, fought him with less blocked hits and whatnot. But yeah, man, so Mole Man clutched out 3 mini bosses, 2 of them being rank 3s, without healing, without boosts, without anything like that, man. And he just did really, really good. I'm very excited for this buff coming up in a couple days. I think he's going to be really, really good in all areas of the game, Alliance War included, man. He definitely has his uses in AQ right now. He absolutely will have a lot of use in questing, and I think he's going to be really useful in Alliance War as well, especially with the new global tactics. So yeah, man, very, very hyped for this Mole Man buff, as well as the other ones too. I'm very excited to mess around with them and make some videos on it. But that's going to be it for this pre-buff Mole Man War video. I might make another one of these if I mess around with him in off-season War more. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see. Only time will tell. But they'll definitely 100% be Mole Man videos once his buff drops. I'll probably make like an extensive Mole Man guide too. I know I usually don't do guide videos, but I really like Mole Man a lot. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, my dudes. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a Mole Man size like. Comment what you think about this guy. Are you excited for his buff? Let me know. I'm definitely excited. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any buffed Mole Man gameplay coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you around.